Okay, so remember on a vertical circle ride, as you go in a circle, at the top of the ride, right, you expect to have 1g minus the ride, right? And by when I say the ride, I mean the centripetal acceleration of the ride. And the reason for that, I mean, it's always just 1g plus the ride, well, gravity plus whatever the ride's doing, right? But at the top, we're accelerating down. Specifically, we're accelerating toward the center, right? Okay, so that's why it's minus. And then at the bottom, you would expect to have 1g plus the ride. And the reason for that is that, of course, at the bottom, you're accelerating toward the center, which is now above you, okay? So if you look at this g-force here, this is the way that the Sensor Kinetics Pro does it, right? It makes the downward acceleration actually a positive thing. So it thinks we're accelerating upward. And then if we look at this thing, this is where we are actually at the bottom, where we have the maximum g-force, right? Okay, and then here, this is where we are at the top, okay? So specifically in this case, let's imagine that my centripetal acceleration is about 1.1 meters per second squared, or whatever, right? I would expect at the top, and this is what I'm going to do, right? I would expect it to be 9.8 minus 1.1. 9.8 is the 1g, right? Okay, and these are meters per second squared, right? Right, so we'd expect this to be what, about 8.7 meters per second squared. So let's take a look. Is it actually 8.7? Well, you know, if we select our data carefully, is it really? It might be. Let's just draw a line over there. Is that 8.7? It could be, right? You know, that's fun. Okay, so that's what you want to do is look at this thing. Does it actually look like it's what it should be? At the bottom, we think it should be 9.8 plus 1.1, right? What is that? That's 10.9. Is it actually 10.9? It actually doesn't look exactly like 10.9. 10.9 would be like here, right? Like that. It's a little beyond that. And so, you know, I don't know exactly what this is, but we can talk about that, right? Okay, so just take whatever your acceleration is for the ride. At the top, subtract that from 9.8, okay? At the bottom, add it to 9.8 and get an acceleration. And then look on the graph and see whether you're actually getting that acceleration, okay? I hope that helps.